There's a story circulating in Washington, D.C. that the international lobbying industry here, based behind the anonymous facades of K Street, is running scared since former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort was indicted for laundering some $18 million that he earned through his undeclared lobbying work for the Ukrainian government. Manafort was in violation of FARA, the Foreign Agents Registration Act, that requires lobbyists to declare their work for foreign powers. The trouble is, there's very little money for enforcement.
For almost 50 years, there were just 7 FARA criminal prosecutions that were brought to bear. And only 3 of those actually led to convictions. And now that's 3 convictions in over 50 years. That's less than a conviction a decade. And so if nobody's being punished for violating the law, there was this sort of perverse incentive for companies not to file with FARA, and if they were filing with FARA, not to file all their paperwork and certainly not to file it on time.
The special counsel investigation may have started with inquiries about Russia, but it's become apparent that any undeclared foreign lobbying on behalf of any country that he turns up as part of his investigation may be of interest. The number of lobbying firms reporting their work for foreign governments grew in 2017. 41 new firms declared themselves. 103 new foreign clients were added to those already known to be lobbying in D.C., and 270 foreign lobbyists declared themselves. Examples of the new filings include $333,000 in payments for a campaign by the UAE to link Qatar to terrorism, $50,000 for speechwriting for Queen Rania of Jordan, and TV appearances by General Wesley Clark on behalf of the Turks against US-based cleric Fethullah Gulen. Some lobbying firms say that the timing is purely coincidental. They would have reported their foreign work anyway, or the retroactive filings were simply the result of routine reviews. Others, however, say that a turning point has been reached and that finally FARA is being taken seriously. Freeman, however, is unconvinced.
The only thing that's changed right now is we have a special counsel investigating Russian interference in the 2016 election. And through that, they have indicted people for FARA violations. Once that special counsel goes away, all of those resources, all of that will go away, and FARA will remain the same lackluster law that it's always been.
Congress has no plans to grant the Department of Justice any more money to enforce FARA. So yes, there may be some fear here on K Street amongst lobbyists, but it may only be temporary while the special counsel and his well-financed investigators look into the lobbying activities here. Once that investigation is over, it may well be business as usual. Lobbyists trying to rake in as much money from foreign powers, influence US policy, and not own up to it. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.